I thought. Never mind. I thought he put a video out about Froggy Fresh getting kicked from the creator clash that I wanted to watch. But that is not in existence. Justin Roiland's situation just got wild. I have not seen anything about this yet, so let's check this out. Afro Man stuff, by the way. If you guys haven't heard, because we watched this on stream a while ago, that music video he made about the cops breaking his door and all of his shit, trying to find shit at his house, and they didn't find anything. And they just like broke a bunch of their stuff, and he used footage from his cameras to make the music video. So the cops are actually suing him now because they felt embarrassed because of his music videos. Of them breaking into his house and breaking all of his shit. So that's something that's happening with Afro Man right now. But let's look at the Justin Roiland thing.
There's been a huge update to the Justin Roiland situation. A new chapter has dropped, and man, what a plot twist this one came with. I'm sure all of you already know, but I'll just briefly bring you up to speed since it's been a couple months. It recently came to light that Justin Roiland has been secretly battling domestic battery and false imprisonment charges from his ex-girlfriend. He was accused following an incident in 2020, and since then, over the last few years, has gone to like pre-trials and hearings about the situation. And all of it was revealed earlier this year, which shocked the world and left the Rick and Morty fans thoroughly squanched. Following this news, Justin Roiland was fired from Adult Swim, he was fired from Solar Opposites, and he resigned from his development studio, Squanch Games. It was also scheduled to go into the next phase of all of this with a trial. However, today, everyone's trick hole got glorbed. It was announced that the...
Hold on a second. Okay.
The domestic violence charges against Justin Roiland, this whole case, was dismissed. According to a spokesperson for the district attorney's office, they said, "We dismissed the charges today because there was insufficient evidence to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt." They further added that significant additional information came to light. That additional information that came to light that surfaced here in the fourth quarter with the buzzer beater to stop this from going to trial is not elaborated upon. It hasn't been made public, obviously, so we can only speculate. I have no fucking idea what it could have been. Maybe Justin Roiland sent a rough draft for Rick and Morty Season 9 to the district attorney and he loved it so much he dismissed the case on the spot. There's no telling. Nothing about the case really has ever been made public. Not even the actual incident that occurred in 2020. None of it has been made public, so a lot of this has just been through legal speak and pretty vague about the actual occurrence as well as the particulars around it. So this additional information that eventually led to the case being dismissed, we don't know what it was. So because of that, it's left a lot of people on Twitter to start talking about how foul play could have been involved here, some under-the-table dealings, bribery, or things like that, corruption. I don't know about all of that. There's really no telling since, again, none of the information about any of this was ever really made public. Though I will admit, I do think it is a little odd how quickly it got thrown out once it made it into the media cycle. This has been something that's been going on for a few years now. I'm assuming there must have been some level of substantiated evidence behind the claims. Otherwise, how the fuck would it have made it this far along the legal process? I would imagine this would have got slapped down immediately if they never had any evidence in the first place, just this giant fucking nothing burger. I assume there must have been something, but now they're citing an insufficient evidence to support the claims. So I do get why people are a little a little heebie-jeebied about it. I do understand. And like I said in my last video, I am still surprised that Adult Swim and Solar Opposites both acted so quickly to shit-can Roiland before he was ever even found guilty on the charges. I assumed at the time that they must have had additional information that the public didn't have into the insights and the inner workings of this case, and they fired Roiland based on that. But it's looking like that wasn't the case, since he is presumably innocent now since this case has been dropped. So that leads me to believe that either they acted in order to wipe the dog shit of his reputation off of their shoe as quickly as possible as to not hurt their brand, and it was just bad optics to keep him around, or they fired him based on all of the other allegations against him, some of which were made by co-workers and still current employees of these productions. None of these have been fully confirmed, so of course take them with a...
Hold up, sorry. I think Keemstar right now is holding a Twitter space talking about Froggy Fresh getting kicked from the Creator Clash, so I want to check that out. Can we check that out on a desktop? How do I get to Twitter Spaces? I need to hear this. I need to see what's happening. Fuck.
Bro, I would never have done that. Like I wouldn't have done that if I hated them. I just wouldn't have done that. I would like wait until I won the fight and then grab the mic and been like, I like said the fucking whatever I wanted if I needed to say something. I just wouldn't have done it. I just wouldn't have.
Harley from Epic Mealtime is talking right now.
Bro. You're not gonna get no sales by just being nice.
And that's Gideon.
It's so weird though. Like the guy who's putting it on, who you're not boxing, you're like taking a shot at his wife's content. It's just like, what's the angle? There's like a million things you can roast Chris for.
They're both super horrible though. That's why. It's because Ian's gay and this is horrible trash.
That was Sam Hyde, by the way.
We're not talking about like how cool the event could be. We're not talking about how long the people have been training or how much money is going to go to charity. We're just talking about Anissa Jamha's OnlyFans for the 800th time in the last 3 years.
It's like this is the most attention that I've seen it get, like in my radar,
Save Cold Fire.
It's all negative. Like it's just no fucking positivity.
The reason why Froggy Fresh got kicked from the event is because he was training with Sam Hyde, and then they started making fun of Anissa's OnlyFans or some shit like that.
Anissa Jamha's ego blowing up a charity event. That's what's happening here.
Thank you.
Sam, are you so?
That's how I see it. That is exactly how I see it. Nick.
No, it's not about.
The MS Society is benefiting from that if that's how it is. So like, I'll take it.
Yeah, but you keep resorting to that. But look, who is
not resorting to it, dude. It's what's
damaging
important to me. It's the black and white thing. Like everything else isn't really that important, and I value the discussion, and I came in here because the whole event is important to me. But like, yeah, it is. It kind of supersedes everything.
Here, Keemstar, can we get an expert in here? Can we please get Cavos? I need an expert.
I've invited Cavos 3 times. I'm trying to get him up.
Cavos, please join.
What do you mean expert? Expert in what?
Expert in everything.
Also, just so you know, the backlash has been so bad that Anissa has privated her Twitter account. So I'm not sure how
she's probably getting a fuck ton of harassment. Let's not be surprised at that.
Yeah, it's like not a shocker at all.
Yeah, but so what I'm saying is this was the wrong move, right? If you have to go private and you have an
you fucking moron, dude. Yeah, all the little
it's crazy because this shit reminds me of the KSI shit that literally just happened.
All the little loser Nazis that follow Sam Hyde around are harassing Anissa about her OnlyFans now. That has nothing to do with the right move or the wrong move.
Realized that instead of trying to fight the mob to the death and just die on the hill, you just say you're sorry. You give the crowd, you give the people what the fuck they want. You get down, you say, I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up, Pat God. Whoever that is.
Like you said, they could still fix it, but they have to just swallow their pride. Like, who fucking cares?
Well, as long as, again, you're right. As long as they reverse it, like, I don't think anybody will give that much of a shit, right? Like, it'll just undo most of the damage.
Yeah, if they reverse it, no one's gonna care. But if they don't,
okay, listen. They're so stupid for this. They're like, you have to put Froggy Fresh back in. It's like, no, it's their event, and if they're good,
the problem is like the people, like it's charity that's going to suffer from this, right? Like from all
nobody is fucking boycotting the event because Froggy Fresh isn't fighting. They have almost sold out the whole stadium already.
To count, like just because Twitter is excited, it's not a direct representation.
Yeah, I set my fans to harass her, so she must have made the wrong choice. It's like they're like, oh, the charities are gonna suffer for this. No, they're not. They're gonna make plenty of money for the charities. They don't have to sit there and take this harassment from somebody that they're letting be involved in this event. They can get a replacement.
I haven't seen one person support this decision. You know what I also haven't seen is one person who has a Ticketmaster receipt or a pay-per-view receipt saying, "Hey, can I get a refund on this?"
No, you're wrong. You're actually wrong, Corby, because Tom
No.
was in here who bought 8 tickets, and he said that he wants
so
a refund.
one guy who may or may not have actually had 8 tickets.
Wait, okay, you
put
go
a receipt out.
Do me a favor. Go to Twitter search right now. Type in Creator Clash and type in refund and just search. You're gonna see it.
Sure, but
you will see
anyone
it.
could say they have a ticket. I could say I have a ticket and I want a refund now. I don't have one.
God, these guys are such losers.
Proving that
Keemstar, I mean,
here's my proof of purchase.
I'm gonna refund mine right now just because you said that, and then I'm gonna donate it to another charity.
MS Society.
I'm donating it to MS Society. Here we go.
I'm gonna donate it to the Cancer Society for Froggy. The MS Society is getting too much love.
Come on, bro.
These guys are so silly, dude.
Not maybe if these guys promoted a little better, we'd be able to find the people who bought the tickets. But odds are they weren't buying until the day of anyway.
So I just looked it up on Twitter. A lot of people are saying they want a refund. There's a lot of people.
No, they're not.
No,
they're not.
Who bought a ticket who's saying they want a refund? You could just say you want a refund.
I bought 12.
I mean, who's
gonna
gonna
refund? I have 12 tickets. I want a refund.
Yeah, well, not everyone.
That actually happened already, so that's actually believable.
Corby, why would they post the picture that they bought it and say they want a refund? I mean, I can see someone doing that, but like not everyone's going to do that.
What I could absolutely see is the kind of person who's annoyed about this. I could definitely see them just saying to build up a Twitter thing, "Oh, I need a refund. I need a refund."
Yeah, but refund or not, it's just about the fact that this guy's being treated unfairly. He's being treated like shit for nothing.
I'm not saying he's being treated fairly. I'm just saying that it's a little disingenuous to be like, "Oh yeah, well I've seen a lot of people who want refunds. Have you seen anyone who actually has a ticket that needs refunded though?"
Half these people aren't even talking about the Froggy Fresh stuff.
Someone might find petty that you could say about my wife.
Half these people are like, "Oh, I made an accidental purchase."
Yeah, but Harley, don't you think there's a difference between saying I don't want to see you that night and you're off the card and you're fired? Like,
yeah, because I'm there that night and I just don't want to I don't want her to have to look at your emails. You made it weird. I don't want my wife to look at your emails. She doesn't really like your vibe now. And it's weird with my mother-in-law and I have to spend the rest of my life with my mother-in-law. So I choose them than making Twitter happy or you happy. You bothered me. You bothered my family.
I would honestly, honestly, you know what the problem is? The problem is why the fuck is the mother-in-law even commenting on Froggy Freshest? Why is fucking iDubbbz' wife's mother-in-law commenting on Froggy Fresh's Twitter? That's the problem.
I don't want it. My mom would do the same thing. My mom would literally do the same thing. I tell her to delete stuff off. My mom would do the same. We can't hold people accountable to what their parents are doing. Like the shit my mom goes off on. But you can hold
Froggy Fresh accountable for responding to the parent. That's weird.
Well, if he's under contract in the fight and just, I mean, it's not. We could disagree with it, and it's a good conversation to have and all that. And I'm glad that you're guaranteeing him a fight, and that they're going to find a replacement for Chris, because I also felt for Chris. So I'm glad I get to see Froggy fight. I'm glad it's going to move forward. But yeah, it's an ugly scenario, and things got sticky, and I don't think we have all the information. But I have to come in here to be like, I think I would also, I would react.
Wait, didn't you say
do you agree that it comes across as unprofessional for the fight holders too to just kick somebody out of their card 3 weeks out from the fight though?
God, Mudahar is such a loser, dude. It's like sometimes he has good takes, but then other times he's just a fucking petulant little loser. It's like you're
it's
annoying.
Just not a good look from the outside looking in, is all I'm saying.
That's actually unprofessional. It's like shut the fuck up. They're content creators.
But to anyone out there, that if you're gonna do a boxing promo. Maybe not even
SOG.
Creator Clash,
What
any,
son of a gun?
Don't insult the guy who's running it. Don't insult his wife at all in any way.
Some ordinary gamers, yes.
Don't do that because
he's the one with the horrible mic for whatever reason.
By the way, also, it's not the promoter's wife. She's the promoter.
Yeah, that is true. She's one of the co-owners of that entire event.
For sure, yeah. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's a public figure.
Yeah, don't diss the owner. Like, I don't think like I could diss Dana White and also get to fight in UFC that night.
You definitely could, by the way.
There's
like a million people,
this, bro. Like, if he were to go on and say iDubbbz's wife is a fucking whore, like, look at this OnlyFans, like, then I would understand it. But like, bro, like, what is he really saying, bro? It's such a light-hearted joke. Like, come on.
That's what I can't get over. It's nothing. He said he's going to sub to her OnlyFans. That's it. It's literally nothing, guys.
Yeah. But I think it's like, and I agree. But I think it's like, why did that happen? Why did you say that?
Because he's an entertainer and he thought it would be an entertaining thing to post on Twitter. It's literally his job. I mean, like, I can understand it.
No, they're
It's because he's not as insecure as Anissa is and didn't think he was going to take it that.
No, that's so stupid.
I could sit here and destroy Chris for like an hour. Why would I aim my points anywhere else other than him, my opponent? Why would I aim it at the owner of the fight, the person who's like, you know,
like, oh yeah, that's a funny joke. It's not a funny joke. It's not a funny joke to like be like, yeah, I'm gonna sub to your OnlyFans. That's creepy. That's weird. Okay, if you know somebody in real life and you're like, yeah, I'm subbing to your OnlyFans and like being creepy about it, then that's fucking weird, dude. Like, that's a weird boundary. And this isn't just like some random person. This is also the owner of the boxing event that you're gonna fight at, and you're making them uncomfortable, dude.
I was like, I need to leave, and he was like, one more round.
Also, people are pretending like Froggy Fresh is bigger than he is. He is not that popular.
Cardio improvement and confidence in the ring. There's not many things that I do that I'm not confident with. In boxing, I wasn't confident with, so it was extremely helpful.
Look, I think deep down, and I'm sorry to, but I think I've just had like a conundrum here. Like, I think it all makes sense because we were talking about Chris, whatever, the ray gun guy. He has sexual tension towards iDubbbz's wife, right? He wants that, right? Now, when you think about it, every single time someone buys his OnlyFans, that's hurting him deep down because he's knowing that's another dude whacking off the girl that he has sexual tension towards. So our boy Froggy over here, he realizes that, he sees that, and he's trying to get into his head. It's mental warfare tactics before the fight.
That's so stupid. Come on.
If you beat me, then guess what? I'm going to go subscribe to her OnlyFans. Now he's putting up an ultimatum here, so either he can take the L or he's have to deal with that inside his brain.
Beat me, or I'ma beat this meat.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is everywhere. The one, the only, Bill Clinton Kid. What's up?
What's going on? How you doing?
Why do they have the Bill Clinton Kid on?
What do you think about this controversy?
I have no idea. I just got finished with like a little photo shoot, and like I saw that something was happening. I got no idea what's going on. I just
That's who he was supposed to fight.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Bill Clinton Kid.
He was supposed to fight Chris Ray-Gun.
I think, you know, to me, at first glance, seems like one of the smarter, newer creators out there. I think it seems like you have a very excellent brain from my perspective, knowing nothing about you other than your content. And it took you this time to connect the dots to make it make sense. So like, if it's going to take like a good brain connecting dots to make it make sense, maybe it is actually pretty black and white. It was a weird thing to say about a person that shouldn't have said something said about. And if you did that to someone that was important to me, I would react in a way. But then again, I'm not a good example. And then again, we don't know if this is where it came from. I'm sure they had plenty of conversations.
I'm trying to think, because if I was iDubbbz and someone said that about like my wife, like my reaction would be like, all right, let's get in the ring. Like, you want to fucking go? Like,
no, God, these fucking apes, dude.
But we live in a weird universe now where
but guys, they're cavemen. It's like cavemen mentality. It's like,
Froggy, I see your hand up.
We need to fight about it. It's like, no, they're just gonna.
Another thing about this is we keep going back to it's as insulting in this. This is the person booking plane tickets. This is the person that you're in contact with, etc., etc. I don't think they've been in contact with Tyler. I think my impression that I got from talking to Tyler was that they sort of left him hanging out there with like not checking up on him, not like answering the phone, that sort of thing. Like I think that most of his training camp he hasn't been like in close.
Close contact with Froggy Fresh. Froggy, you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't really know. We kind of switched topics now, so I think we should just probably follow Sam.
Go ahead, Nick.
By the way, I just wanted to point out that Froggy did mention he was given like 5 minutes notice before that tweet went up that he was officially dropped. So you're saying that there's a lot of conversations that took place. Obviously, Froggy's claiming he didn't know.
There's another sign of like, is it professional enough? Like you just let your guy know like 5 minutes ago away from the
I can comment on that from my perspective. Once again, I'm trying to put myself in people's shoes. If I were them, what I would take from that is I would see Froggy and I would call my lawyer and I'd be like, bro, I know it's the weekend. I'm sorry, but this person moves very quickly. This person is like going off like on Twitter. So I want to get this sorted out. You know, like I might do that. I might just have it handled right away, and it's like something to get it wrapped up and moved aside because it's negative. It's a negative thing. We're all here talking negatively about something that's supposed to be super good and positive. So I would probably try and wrap it up sooner rather than later if that was the decision I made. I didn't know. I didn't know until after. And I promise everyone here, like I found out after and I was like, whoa, damn, that sucks. I'm not surprised.
Go ahead,
Froggy.
Go ahead, Froggy.
So when you mean like you're going to call your lawyer and say this person is going off, so like that's me. When I say like I'm going to support Anissa's career, that's me going off.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up, Froggy.
I was
Listen, this is all okay. This all comes down to just misogyny at the base of it.
I would want a distance from it.
This all comes down to misogyny at the base of it. Froggy was trying to get under Anissa's skin because Anissa's mom posted something about Froggy.
Said was supposed to get a rise. Obviously.
Okay, and so then Froggy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go sub to your OnlyFans then," implying that it's a bad thing that she has one. And that's also a weird thing to do. And now he's reeling it back. He's like, "Oh, I was actually gonna go support her career." It's like, shut the fuck up, Froggy. You're being fucking weird.
The only thing that hasn't got a rise is that OnlyFans page. Am I right?
It's just stupid. And they're just making jokes about her having an OnlyFans.
Guys, I think there's an aspect of this that we might not even be thinking about, right? You know,
it is a ploy. Listen, that the whole thing is one of the biggest things about this is it was a ploy by Sam to train Froggy for the fight so that he could have more eyes on him. And that's probably part of the reason why they dropped him in the first place is because they don't want Sam being in the spotlight during that event. You're going to bring a bunch of fucking Nazi kids up to the event to destroy like something that's supposed to be good and positive. You know,
Probably just actually stressed out.
it's like you don't want to associate yourself with people like Sam.
Crazy thing to run, and I've worked with I am a YouTuber. YouTubers are not always the easiest people to work with. Also, it's like a really crazy storm of things to manage, and I think they do a really good job of it.
So maybe like tomorrow morning or something, you know, clearer heads or calmer heads will prevail, and maybe he'll be back on. Because like obviously this is like Mutahar said it best. Like this is the wrong move. This is such an overreaction.
The thing is, like responding to it quicker is better
what we
because
got going on here is classic Two-Face from the Christopher Nolan Batman movie, Keem. And I agree. Probably right now she's having that bad mental health. The coin came up with the scratched heads, but tonight the Joker's going to have a talk with her. She's going to flip the coin again, and we're going to be back to basics tomorrow.
The thing about it is, like, the quicker the response is, the quicker it gets reversed, the better it is. Because, like, the longer you wait tomorrow,
it's not getting reversed.
This event is not necessarily the most mainstream event. It's
not getting reversed.
Very much in our community. Tomorrow in the morning, our variants of news channels are going to wake up and talk about this shit. Obviously,
it's not a mainstream event, dude. You know how many people watched the last Creator Clash?
Yeah, dude, all the drama channels are in this call right now. So I mean, once we're out, it's like.
I mean, if they
Is there
are
no one
listening
here
to the
that is there any drama channel? Someone like drama channel here, like you would you be cool with it? Like you wouldn't be bothered or anything? Like I think like
wait,
it's
what?
like funny. It's funny because if you're complacent, that's like that's bitch behavior. If you
Well,
don't do
not if
anything,
my
that's
wife-
bitch behavior. But
Well,
then
If
if
my
what do
wife
you
is a
mean?
public figure, though, that's what makes it a difference, right? You keep comparing it to yourself. You keep saying, "Oh, well, I wouldn't like this," but yeah, that's because your wife isn't a public figure. It's different.
Bro,
That's
as
if my
wrong.
wife- if my
Listen,
wife
as
was a
wrong as
public
it is,
figure,
Harley,
OnlyFans person, I'd be like, you're not fighting me, dude. I'm putting you on the event. Who are you talking to, weirdo? Focus on your opponent. Diss them. That's what I would
Harley,
do.
you're talking about it's the Vince McMahon and Stone Cold. It's the promoter versus the fighter.
They know what they're
the biggest
doing. That's
storyline in
why-
wrestling
that's why I
history.
Bro, people have been
That's so
shit talking her
stupid.
OnlyFans ever since they got together, nonstop.
Cool. I bet they're not going to fight in Creator Clash.
Yeah, it's
I know, but
so true.
I'm just saying,
so
like,
true.
It's just like a joke that's like been around the wash so long.
Yeah, and it's a bad joke.
Some people won't like you. Say what you want. Some people won't want to put you in the room with them.
And do what you want.
whatever you
Some
want.
people will cancel their fucking orders. Like
That's
the
cool.
only people
That's
who are
cool.
losing are
and
the kids
everyone can do
and the
what they
fucking
want to
people
do.
with cancer and people with MS. Those are the people losing.
God, they're so annoying. So you're taking money away from people with MS? You're such a loser brain if you think that people, first of all, that they're gonna lose money by kicking Froggy Fresh out of the fight. That fucking loser, okay? And don't get me wrong, I was excited for Froggy Fresh's fight because I've known a Froggy Fresh since the original Krispy Kreme video came out. But you have to be so fucking numb-brained to think that that's what's gonna lose the whole fight their goddamn money.
Let's say iDubbbz and Anissa come to you, Harley, and they say, Harley, what do you think we should do? What decision should we make?
Oh my
should we
God.
reverse this? Should we keep him off? What do you think is the best thing to do for the benefit
I would love
of the
to
event?
answer this, as long as you guys know, once again, it's me, and I'm not the best example of how to best manage stuff like this. But how would I do it? You're gone.
What would be your advice?
You're gone. If it were me, I don't advise someone to do what I would do, but if it were me in that scenario, I would be like, no shot. He's not coming back.
You sound like a promoter of
Hell yeah.
somebody who's sitting at a bar having a drink and their wife gets hit on by a weirdo. This is somebody who's running a charity boxing event that needs to run well, or it's gonna fail. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna fail.
God,
God, you're such a loser.
I understand the comparison you were making.
Because you sound like, well, dude, if somebody came up to my wife and said that, I'd say you're out of here. You sound like you're defending your wife at a bar from a weirdo that's coming up to her.
No,
you're not acting like a boxing promoter that's trying to get an event working.
I'm not booking you a hotel. Don't like what you said about my wife on Twitter. Don't like what you said about my mother-in-law on Twitter. Sorry.
So I'm going to destroy my whole event 3 weeks before? Does this make sense to you?
The event is not ruined. The event is not ruined. Yes, there are people on Twitter that will not go to the event. But the grand scheme of the event, we can't act like it's turned upside down. I was very excited for that fight amongst many fights that night. But there might be people that hear of the negative press and be like, there's a Creator Clash too, I didn't even know. And my favorite wrestler is going to be there, and they buy a ticket. So we can't quantify how many
So did they kick him off
We're making
for this promotion? Did they kick him off for this promotion?
Oh my God, Keemstar is such a baby brain.
No, but if
so
they
they did it for the promotion? No, what he's saying is that Froggy Fresh isn't such an eyes puller that they're losing out on it because of the negative press. They're probably gaining from the negative press.
I can't get you to be sympathetic at all to Froggy. It would be some genius promotion. Yeah, it also
I would love
him,
to
fucking
That's
over
a good
somebody.
point, Nick. I would love to hear from Froggy.
I'm the
Can we hear
only
from Froggy
person-
based on what
I'm
Harley
the
just
only
said?
person that's I sympathize for Froggy 100%. I'm the only person.
Do
here.
you?
It doesn't sound like
Yeah,
that. You
I
keep saying it's
do.
a win-win, and
I'm
he's
the
still
only
getting
person
fucked.
here that sympathizes with their decision too. I don't think anyone's putting themselves in iDubbbz's shoes. Put yourself in iDubbbz's shoes.
That's true.
Black and
Wait,
white.
let
And
Froggy
be like,
talk.
you
Guys,
talked
can we
about
let
my
Froggy
wife.
talk? Froggy, what is your response to what Harley's saying?
I mean, this is what I say. Look, these are the fans who are buying the tickets, who are donating the money, and all this comes out of charity. So if the fans want me in the event, put me in the event. If the fans don't want me in the event, don't put me in the event. It's for charity, right?
Let's run a poll. Yo, Keem, run a poll. Run a poll.
I'm doing it on Twitter, guys. I'm going to put a Twitter poll.
Run a poll. Let the people decide. Let the people decide.
Keemstar's audience isn't the correct audience to pull for this.
Twitter poll. Fuck Twitter, Keem. It's not real. The people aren't real. Don't really count that as real life things. It's not.
So okay, but you're saying that. Wait, Harley. You're saying Twitter's not real.
I mean, he's so real, right for that.
You have a number. You have a real life number here. You have a thing that's real. It's said by a person. You can quantify it. You can measure it. You can put forth 100K if he were there. That was a thing that was said on this talk. Use that as a talking point. Fuck
dude, if Twitter's
poll.
not real, why are you
Dumb as
getting so nervous at the thought of a poll? If all these people aren't leaving anyway.
If Twitter's not real, then why is iDubbbz's wife's mom getting so mad?
You guys would be like, yo, just so you know, the outcome of your Twitter poll.
The person spitting straight facts right now is Harley from Epic Mealtime. Harley Morenston.
You can do it. Go ahead. I wasn't trying to stop the Twitter poll like it's going to reveal something. It's not. I'm just trying to.
Who's also another fighter in the event.
I bet
he would give
Keemstar's Twitter followers.
Harley. Going back to that question, knowing that Gideon would give $100,000, if you were to be asked right now, Harley, you know what, Harley, it's all up to you. Should Froggy get added back onto the card or should he remain off? What would you say?
I'd be like 100K.
Yeah, that's 100K. What would you say?
Let me talk to my accountant and I'll call you right back.
No, seriously though, would you say add him on or not?
That's what I would do. 100K.
So you'd add him on?
100K. I'd get on Twitter video. I'd be like, who else? How bad do you want Krispy Kreme at Creator Class?
But right now that's like 100,000. So right now the actual damage is 100K.
Yeah, there's 100K damage being done right now by not having him on. That's actually a good point.
No, it's not damage.
100K worth of damages right now if you don't have Froggy Fresh on. Then
that's not the damage.
That's what we know. That's what we can quantify. And 100,000 is a serious amount of cash.
Ludahard, you're so dumb. That's not how that works. Because Gideon could donate that regardless of if Froggy Fresh was there. You can't hold them hostage. You can't hold iDubbbz and Anissa hostage to put Froggy Fresh on.
Be in the event, or should it be banned? Please go vote and retweet the tweet so we can reach people outside of this realm and maybe hit people that might actually be against, Froggy Fresh and not.
Yeah, I'm sure all of Keem's followers are gonna say Anissa's right. She's correct.
Well, that's why.
What?
Well, my followers don't agree with me. Are you kidding me? My followers disagree with me all the time.
No, Keemstar's audience agrees 100%.
Are you ever gonna hold a Happy Punch promotion for your guys' self?
May 13th, Happy Punch event. We are going to run the prelims for KSI's next fight, and it's all ran by Happy Punch.
Harley, can you explain in your own words one way that you think Froggy got fucked in this situation? Just one way.
Retweet my chode. So true.
He did a thing and there was a reaction. The reaction, that amount is, I would.
Wouldn't you say it would have been more professional if they came to him and yo, you're doing too much on Twitter?
You know what the tricky thing is? Even Sam had come in here and said that he thought that there was something, that it may have been a thing with Froggy going down. He said that he thought that they were looking for potentially anything. That's a way that he felt. I also am aware that there is tension between Sam and iDubbbz. So it's hard to put myself in the position where I.
That's why they did it. That's why Sam was training Froggy Fresh. It's because he knows that there's tension between him and iDubbbz. He's doing it for attention.
He went to Sam the train though.
What?
You went to
Bro, Froggy, all you had to do was say that Sam grabbed your phone and
No, they're so stupid. Anissa sets them all up with trainers. They went outside of that to go to Sam.
Tweeted out time to drink or 5.
Uh-oh.
I voted for no. I voted for no on that thing because I thought it said no ban. I thought it meant don't ban him, no ban.
Well, start it again. All of it's messed up. Start it again, so we get a.
Nah, I tried to make it very clear. I wrote.
Wait, how can you see what Anissa's tweet is for Twitter's, bro?
You can request one for later.
I'm in a group DM with a bunch of big YouTubers, and they still follow her, and they're sending me. Actually, one of the Creator Clash fighters is sending me the lowdown on what's happening.
We got an inside scoop.
Keem, I got the real inside scoop. Anissa is putting on Joker makeup right now.
I really hope, bro, this is a situation where they wake up the next day and it's like cooler heads or something, and he gets back in. That's the only fucking victory I see out of it, or the only way this is amended. Like, otherwise, this shit is stupid as fuck to see.
Or
crazy.
you could do a 2v1 tag team box. You could get you get Froggy versus Anissa and her stepmom.
Here, I'll put something on for you, Quill. Hold
they're
on.
both in there at the same time versus Froggy, and he's like bouncing around and fucking going crazy.
Can I speak for a minute for my personal experience with Creator Clash? Because
you cannot.
I absolutely love this event, and I've been promoting it and supporting it and talking about it. Anything that's going to help grow influencer boxing, I'm for. And their event more aligns with like my style of entertainment with influencer boxing. So I promoted it a bunch the first time, and then iDubbbz like had a disagreement with me on how fights should be promoted, and he fucking dunked all over me, and it felt like a fucking knife in the back, but he did apologize for it.
Here you go, Quill.
And now this go around, I was literally just talking to Anissa 2 days ago, and we're getting promo photos and stuff to put out on Happy Punch to help promote their event for free. Again, you know, we're just trying to help them. And I get banned because I covered this story on Twitter, or excuse me, blocked by Anissa. So
it was nice of them to give you the photos for free, though.
But what I'm saying is like they overreacted by blocking me. Like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't give my opinion. I just reported what was happening. Is somebody talking and it's lagging?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah, man, they're just they're really sensitive people, and there's something weird about them. There's something off, but I don't know if you subscribe to witchcraft or spellcraft and things like that, but I think pretty soon there's going to be something coming their way, courtesy of an Etsy page that you might have heard of. You know what I mean?
It's so stupid. This whole thing is happening because Sam Hyde is trying to cause
I gotta head
tension.
out. I gotta hit the sack, but I'll talk to you.
He's doing this on
Ladies
purpose.
and gentlemen, Sam Hyde. Well, I think we've pretty much exhausted everything we can say on this. I do know this. Froggy Fresh will have a fight in the future. I guarantee it. We'll make it happen. You know, there was an injustice with Sam Hyde in the past with Creator Clash, and we made it right there. We'll make it right with this again. But hey, at the end of the day, Anissa and iDubbbz can still put him back on the card. Obviously, it was
They're not going to
taking him off.
It's
so we'll have to wait
not.
to find out. Any final thoughts from the panel?
I wanted to say, me going off and saying I was trying to share a perspective when I came in. I said I knew all of the players involved in this. Sam, Tyler, Anissa, iDubbbz. I like them all. I've had good experiences with them all. So when I came in here, even though I kept talking about iDubbbz, it was not anything against Tyler. I understand his perspective.
God, this guy's so fucking Canadian, dude.
Does, and that's what the minimal information I had. He has more. They've had more interactions. There's a decision that he made, and I'm just kind of like, if it were me, I get it. If I were Froggy Fresh and I was removed from it and I would be annoyed, I would also get that. There's like, I understand it all. I'm just saying, I didn't want people to lose sight that it's going to be a great event. We're going to put on a great show April 15th. I'm probably going to get fucked up in there because I'm not boxing a Game Grump again. I'm boxing a WWE wrestler.
I cannot believe he yeah, that's going to be fucking awesome. Harley's fight is going to be sick.
Cause. And I hope this all gets sorted out. And I really do mean it. Tyler, huge fan. I love spending time with you. I'm really sad that I raised my voice at all with you or anything like that. Maybe it was weird of me, but anyways, it's all stressful. Thanks for having me on. I probably shouldn't have come on. But...
Gideon, final words.
We want Froggy Fresh.
Mutahar, final words.
Yo, Froggy Fresh better be in that ring, brother.
Nick, go ahead.
MS Society, Kids with Cancer, donate.
Augie, go ahead.
Hey, it's all fixable. I mean, literally, they can fix this tomorrow. Everything they were saying about that is correct, so you know what to do.
Fix that shit tonight, brother. They can fix it in the next 10 minutes if they wanted to.
Yeah, y'all know what to do. Make it right.
Anissa, I will buy your OnlyFans if you let him back.
And Froggy Fresh.
I don't know if you.
Final word.
Hold on.
Whatever's best for charity and the fans.
Guys, I think we should raise hell and demand that Froggy Fresh gets put back on. Let's try to save his fight. If it doesn't go our
They ended the the Twitter space. Hold on. So I don't know if you caught it at the end. It was really quiet and crunchy in the mic, but somebody in the space said, "Anissa, if you put Froggy Fresh back in, I'll buy your OnlyFans," which is exactly what got Froggy Fresh kicked out, is making jokes about Anissa's OnlyFans as if it's like wrong. Which he fought Aaron, which was a fucking horrible matchup. Aaron got demolished. It's so annoying because it's like they're like, yeah, you are being rude and disrespectful to Anissa, but it's not just that he's being rude and disrespectful to Anissa. It's a bad look and not a culture that they're trying to cultivate for their event. They're not trying to cultivate like this like misogynistic dude bro event. It's a boxing event for sure, of course, but they're still trying to they want some positivity in it. You know what I mean? Like they don't want just some fucking weirdos like being there. Here, hold on. I'm gonna pull up their post about it. They didn't say much, but I'm gonna pull up their post about it. Okay. Here is what they said. They said, there has been a change in the lineup and Froggy Fresh will no longer be fighting against Chris Raygun. We will announce his replacement in the coming days. With just 3 weeks left, the countdown to Creator Clash 2 has begun. And then there was one response was that was 4 hours ago, and then 1 hour ago, Creator Clash's goal is to make an inclusive and fun environment for creators and fans while giving back to charity. That has always been our mission, and Froggy Fresh's recent behavior does not align with that mission. We look forward to sharing this positive experience on April 15th.